Good morning, and thank you for joining us for Friday's edition of Press Review right here on Luntha TV, today being the 14th of April in the year 2023. And of course, as usual, through this program, we do take you through some of the stories that are appearing in our newspapers. And today, we be with me, Tandy Wimsmara, and my colleague,
King Major Kamwendo.
Good morning, King Major. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you, Tandy?
I'm fine, thank you. So shall we go straight to it?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm taking you through the Daily Times, and on the front page, a headline here reads DPP Gulf widens, and the sub-headline reads MPs demand convention by July 2nd. And part of the story reads that barely a day after Centre and Southern Region blocks of the opposition Democratic Progressive Party DPP endorsed party leader Peter Mutharika to contest for the state presidency in 2025, the party's backbenchers in Parliament have taken a different position.
Okay. I was there yesterday when they were holding the press briefing, and I think it clearly shows that the song is back again. The unity, there is no unity inside the DBP, and as recently I've seen some regions endorsing Professor Arthur Peter Mutharika to be their torchbearer come 2025 general elections. But for them, Dausi, who is the DBP's publicity secretary, whereby he was also accompanied by some other senior members, Mark Botman, and also not forgetting Love Chuma, he was also there, and some other MPs. They think that it's not long for other people to be endorsing Mutharika, but at least Mutharika, first of all, should come out and say, yes, I'm interested, and I will contest. And the second thing that are demanding is that they want the convention to be done at least not later than 2nd of July, because by the 1st of July, all the positions that are being held right now by the party members they have to be declared vacant according to the constitution of DPP. So zambiri zakambidwa kumene kusonkhano menewo. I just think now something will happen, possibly Minabanga respond the other camp.
The other side, yes.
Okay, so on the front page of the Nation newspaper, of course, the same story also appears, but I will take another one which says Minister declares end of load shedding. And the Minister of Energy, Ibrahim Marora, has assured electricity consumers of an end to load shedding following the restoration of 3 out of 4 power generation machines at Kapichira Hydroelectric Power Station in Chikwawa. The Minister told the press conference in Longwe yesterday that they did 3 generators should be 3 generation machines producing 97 megawatts have been restored at the 129 megawatts capacity power plant knocked down by Cyclone Anna in January 2022. It's a good news.
It is good news, and I don't know if you've noticed, but myself I've seen change in the way the lights have been, like we've been having power, so much so that it has become suspicious to say, okay, what is going on? But then now this makes sense with the coming in of the minister to actually clarify on what is going on and declaring that there is an end of load shedding. Of course, I don't really believe that it is the end, because there's so many things that happen in our country that actually cause load shedding. We're talking of natural disasters, it just makes things worse. But it's a good thing that at least now so many things are going to change, including even people's businesses. We're talking of people who actually depend on power supply to actually, to get their income. So I think it's good news.
Yes. Indeed.
Okay, still on the front page of the Daily Times, the headline here reads, Malawi loses 6 trillion kwacha in public contracts, and part of the story reads, a study by Lilongwe University of Agriculture and Natural Resources, Luana, Economic Consultative Association of Malawi, ECAMA, and international charity Oxfam has revealed that Malawi lost 6 trillion kwacha between 2012 and 2021 due to poor management of public contracts. Results of the study were unveiled in Lilongwe yesterday. This is very sad because looking at 6 trillion kwacha money, that is a very huge amount of money lost through public contracts, which means in terms of maybe misappropriation of funds and misuse of the funds and corruption is involved in this, and we keep on losing money, and yet at this point we say Malawi doesn't have money. The problem is, I think, the way we use the money. We don't necessarily use the money for its intended purposes. People would like to actually keep it in their pockets.
Yeah, that's why anthu ena amanena kuti Malawi sizikulosauka koma mwina atimango kukhala na kuti anthu amene amakhala ndi mwayo kuti azitsogolera kapena azitenga udindo pa china chake nthawi zambiri akaganizidwe kawo ndi kamene kamakhala kuwononga zinthu chifukwa that kind of money ndamo zina zoti ndi zambiri kwambiri, even if it was kuti ndimakese nazisiye kumbali ma project, let's say kuti azike kumbali azikula mankhwala ndikupita akatha kugula mankhwala ochuka kwambiri kazi yankhaudi kazi gawo la education ndikukhulupira na kuti zambiri zikanasintha. Okay, so ndingokhulupira na kuti be bwino ake tizampeza kuti kweni mvuto ndijani. Ndikukhulupira once we found the root of this whole system, fresh system that has been, I think it's an
obvious situation. It's anthu amene ali ndi vuto. It's about anthu ndamali ndi vuto, because the money is suti mango so I.
It can't happen like that.
Good anthu background, they're actually misusing the money, they're misappropriating the funds, they're not necessarily using it for ntchito yake. For let's say for example ndalama ichaperekedwa, an amount of it has been paid kuti pakonzedwe nsewu. Nsewu chakukonzedwa koma mwina ukhala wa quality yake
substandard. Yes, also ngokhala ngono basi mapotholes.
Yes, exactly, which means kunena kuti ngati for example apereka 1 trillion kwacha for nsewu and mwina half of that ndimene akuisida ntchito, half ina ijapita kuti
yapita mmadumba mwanu.
Exactly my point. So vuto imakhala ndi anthu, and at the end of the day tikuzipweteketsa tokha chifukwa when zinthu zikachitika kadzama natural disasters ndizi misewu yathu imaduka. And tikukhala tikuzibwezeresaso chifukwa if we had misewu yake ya quality yoyenera like as the way they're supposed to be, I think isibwezi tikumakamba tikumavutika ndi nkhani zina zimene timakamba over and over again.
Okay, on the third page, there's another story which says the cyclone response plan needs should be 147.86 should be billion kwacha. 11.8 billion kwacha. Department of Disaster Management Affairs says it requires 147.8 billion kwacha to implement tropical cyclone Freddy emergency response plan to address immediate survival needs of the affected people. Huge man also needed on the other part.
Oh yeah.
147 billion.
That is a lot of money. Okay, we move on to business news.
Okay.
We'll take one. The headline here reads, IMF chief drums up support for the poor. And part of the story reads that International Monetary Fund IMF Managing Director Kristalina Georgieva on Thursday called on the international community to support poor countries towards recovery from myriad shocks facing world economies. She was speaking at the start of a session on concessional finance on the sidelines of the 2023 IMF World Banking Spring meetings in Washington.
Okay, maize prices slowly easing, and it has a caption which says, but consumers say low prices will be short-lived. The average price of maize is slowly easing, with fresh harvested maize coming onto the market, particularly in the southern region, and transport links severed by tropical cyclone Freddy are being restored. But Consumers Association of Malawi Kama yesterday feared the low prices will be short-lived due to several factors.
If you have any international news, I think you might go ahead because I seem to not have any.
Okay, I will take you through one international story, and this one says Ghana first to approve new malaria vaccine. That's the headline, and partly the story is saying Ghana has approved a new malaria vaccine from Oxford University as it struggles to combat the mosquito-borne disease that kills a child every minute in Africa, according to World Health Organization. So there's another new vaccine that has been introduced, and this one is called the R21 Matrix M vaccine. So Ghana is the first country to approve that they can be used in their country.
So many vaccines. And the year is just starting.
Yeah.
How many are we going to get with so many diseases? Okay, so moving on to entertainment news, I will take one. The headline here is Airline Jushi promises more singles this year. And part of the story reads that youthful musician Airline Jushi revealed on Monday that he will be dropping a couple of singles this year. His remarks follow the release of his newest romantic song, Lua, on Monday, which has received an overwhelming response from people. I have not actually listened to this song yet or watched it. I've just seen a little bit of clips of it. But people seem to love it.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's
a
fine.
good one. Yeah, it's a good one. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, personally, I like Airline Jushi's talent. He's very talented, and you can actually, when you listen to his music, you can actually note that he puts so much soul into it. Like, he actually thinks of lyrics when he's writing the lyrics. He's so mature in the way he writes his music and the way he sings. So I would actually be brave enough to actually point out that he has a very bright future in as far as the music industry is concerned. In
Go
our
and
country.
get one, and then you listen to it. I think you will like it.
Oh yeah.
And I will take you through one, and as far as Sunday culture is concerned, KOK Charisma and Zeze to perform in Msusu. Malawi's most trending artists, KOK Charisma and Zeze Kingston, will perform at Queen's Club in Msusu tomorrow. The show, dubbed Waluzamaki in a Night, will be hosted by Rimanlungu of Beyond Marketing Agency with support from Mzuzu-based artists Brown K and Nekire.
Okay, I'm going to the back page of newspaper. This was on football, local sports. A headline here reads Salima to play in Kosasa tourney, and part of the story reads that African Schools Championship bronze medalist Salima Secondary School will represent Malawi at this year's Confederation of School Sports Associations of Southern Africa Kosasa tournament. Salima did the victory-starved country proud by finishing third at the inaugural Continental Showpiece in Durban, South Africa last week. I think they really did make us proud because we're looking at, as a country, Malawi, we don't really do good when it comes to sports and in competition with other countries. So for them, and looking at how young they are, they actually did us very proud.
Yeah, we are very proud of them, and some people were suggesting that
they become the new Flames.
No, not necessarily become the new films. Koma kuti tisalola bwereso Malawi kuno. Mwina itingo apitisa yangu asunga malo ena ake for 3 years.
Why?
Kuti akazama abwera, timu yonse ya Flames izakhale itiyo.
Oh,
okay. Kuti hapa no pay should.
So it is about the replacement of Flames.
Yeah, but they should not be in the country as well as at the moment.
Okay.
Because I think
that doesn't make sense, but okay.
When they will come in, don't be tikani trend umwe. Because when they were young, they were masters. Kuma the moment akukula, those were zamba usinta. Zamba kusoko negera sobe. Mwina is a good idea. Okay, on the very back page of the Nation newspaper now for local sports, 3 stadia failed test and all 16 Super League clubs licensed, and the story says Football Association of Malawi FAM has certified 12 stadiums fit to host domestic matches in the 2023 season and disqualified 3 facilities for failing should be falling short on minimum standards. Farm compliance manager Kasper Jangale said Obre Dimba Stadium in Mchinji, Champions Stadium in Doha, and the Silver Stadium in Longwe are not fit to host TNM Super League.
Is that why they're doing it at the BNS?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have any more local sports before we move on to international sports?
No, we may move on.
Okay, now moving on to international sports, I have 2. I was interested to take one that would
just take one, then I'll
that wouldn't be so interesting to your team, so I'll take the other one. This one, the headline here is Mane to apologize for punching Sen. And part of the story says Sadio Mane is expected to apologize in front of the Bayern Munich squad after punching teammate Leroy Sen in the face after Tuesday's Champions League defeat at Manchester City. Sky Germany report that Sen's lip was bleeding after the altercation, and the 2 players needed to be separated by their fellow teammates in the dressing room.
Okay, it's something which is strange to me.
Tempers.
Because I know Sadio Mane as someone who is cool. I mean, even mbili yake ya masela mpira miendo
But if we're being honest, a human being is a human being.
Yeah, sometimes
we all lose
it
our
happens.
tempers.
Sometimes
We
it
all lose our
happens.
tempers. I am not supporting what he did, but also you cannot actually say because he seems to be a cool person. He's a human being, first of all. So
Like in
he's
as
set to
far
lose
as
his
in
temper.
as far as football is concerned, I've never like if it not never, but then it's not
It's the
something.
first time you're hearing that he's actually lost his temper so much
Yes,
so
up
that
to
he
the
actually
moment that
punched someone.
he has been banned for a single match now.
Oh, he has been banned.
Yeah, that have been given them a one match ban. So I think he will come out and collect himself.
Yeah, he did say he's supposed to apologize.
Yeah, Lampard optimistic despite 2-0 loss to Real Madrid. Chelsea interim manager Frank Lampard has expressed optimism that his side can produce a special night ahead of their return leg against Real Madrid at Stamford Bridge next week. With that, we have also come to the end of today's program of Place Review here on Luntha Television. We only had the moment to look into some of the stories that are making headlines in as far as the nation as well as the daytimes is concerned.
So is it that you didn't want to
No, I
comment
was
on the Chelsea one?
no.
Or why?
We had several comments from Wednesday up to date, so I don't
I
think.
mean, you read it, so we might as well at least say something. I mean, all I can say is I wish you all the best as you have hopes that you're gonna return better.
I don't think the hopes could be hoped as of
All
now.
I'm saying is I wish you all the best. Okay, it's good to see that you're hopeful, but all I can say is I wish you all the best, and I hope that it really does work out for Chelsea.
Thank you.
Yes, and of course, as you did say that also comes to brings us to the end. And of course, if you do want to know more details, the papers with each going at the price of 1,000 kwacha. And just a reminder about cholera, which is still amongst us, and of course so is COVID-19. So let us continue to adhere to preventive measures and hygiene measures that have been set by health officials. And of course you've been with me, Tandi Wemzumara, and my colleague
King Major Kamwendo.
Have a lovely Friday.